Hey everybody, welcome on into Beard Advice Live. We are here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching in the future, we would love for you to join us and see what this is all about in the moment and get involved by giving your feedback to these community members where the mayor and I have an update to show you guys tonight that we're super excited about that kind of hit us where we were like, you know what, this stuff can be life-changing. Like straight up life-changing. So we hope you join us in the future. If you are here right now, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. This is a show where people send in pictures of their beards. We give them advice, and it helps them out. I'm Dan. This is the mayor.
Beardadvicelive@gmail.com is where you would send those messages. We just usually look for like a front shot, a side shot, a little description of what's going on, whether it's just how do I get from here to here? What do I do about this? What do I have to do to look like that? Not everything, we're not magic, but well, maybe a little fits magic sometimes. But we also have some traditions that we do. We like to drink our Mountain Dew. We went regular this week. Mountain Dew does put out a bunch of variety, but like the OG, the regular is I think what I was feeling today. Just nothing like it, doesn't disappoint.
And then we also eat some dried meats of the jerky variety. And we've got some classics today. Went with the Big Bappa, and we have the Duke's hot and spicy sticks. These are usually available by you guys. Keep those in mind. Then we also have the Matador Flamin' Hot. Interesting, I didn't even think about that. Matador is the brand you bought earlier this week, right?
No, that was
Alberto. Similar one. The mayor had a bad experience with Alberto. He opened up a new bag and it was all moldy. So
I handled it just like you said. And they already, I sent them a couple pictures.
Yep.
And they said they're gonna ship me some coupons, and it happens. Things happen,
Yep.
I think working with this, the whole beard world too. I know some of these companies are way more dialed in, just on it, and still things happen. So I was, a new perspective having gained this experience that I probably wouldn't have just as a classroom teacher.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot to that. So, first thing that I noticed as we were setting up the cameras to get ready for the show is what G-Funk noticed here as well. So let's go ahead and take it in a little bit closer with the Mayor Cam. Shout out to you guys that helped out with the Mayor Cam. And it looks like the Mayor did make some beard adjustments this week. Mayor, what is going on? We still got to talk to the mic, of course, but what is going on with the beard? It, for this shot, looks significant.
I think what it was a double layered attack. I'm also getting ready to just not touch it in November. That's probably my last trim. Betsy kind of mentioned she was a little fluffier, puffy, and then I just got a haircut on Monday. So Kate, my lady at my grooming place in the area, I always say, you can see this and do this better. And I also feel like having someone else do it is also an experience that I can share here on the show, because a lot of guys don't ever want to use the Brio Beardscape. But I used my Brio, I charged it up, and I used it to take a little bit of a little bit of volume out, very slight, like on the 16 millimeter, just kind of I just had a little bit of even I could see a couple split ends real fast before I did that. And I'm faded up, give me the tight fade, even maybe took it up a little higher than before, and I like it. I'm happy with it.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
cannot do that myself.
And then Justin says, is that the old mullet cam? No, this is the literal Mayor Cam. This came to life. That quality is much higher than the old mullet cam. I don't know why, but it's looking extra crispy tonight. Something's right.
My fade or the camera?
The camera is what I was referring to, but I think it does cover all aspects of it.
Those two combined.
Yeah.
A special moment.
Yeah, and then this is the side beard cam as well. You can kind of get the glimpse there. I love showing off the Rodecaster Pro that we have going on. Mayor, go ahead and throw him a foghorn for us here real quick. Yeah, we got it labeled. We got it ready to roll, you guys.
Turn it back off.
Not the short-timed ones. And the little trick up here, they show the time in that top left-hand corner. One more time for the mayor here. You see up there by the music. Shows nice. The time. So, yep, super nice. So, welcome, everybody. We're going to get right into the show tonight. After we got that mayor explanation, we're going to talk. We don't have a ton of entries tonight. We have plenty. It's perfect amount. So we're going to have an opportunity for your beard questions. So if you guys are wondering something about the styling, the trimming, something going on with your beard, we're going to have a shot for you guys to unload the questions on us. And this is going to give an update for you guys to be able to send into the show, to be able to come forward. You've upgraded your setup since I was here last, big time.
You know,
big
that
time.
means a lot.
Yeah,
That's been this whole late summer into fall kind of adventure for Dan, and from my side of it, which is pretty unique and cool, I love it. I just feel a little bit like I'm on a spaceship sometimes, but with a Jamaican horn, which is all that matters.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time. I literally spent the last 2 days tweaking some audio things that I'm not going to tell you about, but I know it's going to help out. So super excited and appreciate all of you guys being here. As it says down at the bottom, hey, if you don't mind, give a thumbs up on this stream right now. We've got more than half of you that are watching that have not showed us if you like it or dislike it. And if you have the ability to share this stream, I guarantee you have the influence and the ability to remind somebody to come check this show out that simply forgot about it, okay? So we'll get this question here, guys, and then please save the questions. We'll have a literal slide where it'll bring those questions. How long should I wait to comb my beard after putting oil in? Immediately. You want to put that oil in, let it kind of sink in for seconds, and then go through with the comb. What that does is it gets the oil down to the pores, down to the follicle and the skin, and it spreads that oil evenly throughout the hairs. So you don't need to wait to comb it all. To use heat, you want to wait 5 to 10 minutes. I'm more on the 5-minute train, but 5 to 10 minutes is a good rule of thumb there.
Brushing in the oil after application is something that the first time you do it, you realize it is a really great thing because you really get more benefit in it. You just continue to do it because feels right.
Yeah, absolutely. And all right, if you guys can pause the questions, but we'll hit these ones because you guys have some good ones here. And Mayor, I have a brio as well. Do you go up or down on your neck and cheeks? What are the pros and cons of each? So do you go down with the hair or against the grain?
Oh, definitely down. I only go down.
Yep.
Because it is just a there's just too many opportunities. Your hair doesn't against the grain. You can get jagged, and I have done that early on in the game, and I was not happy with the results. We'll just leave it at that. You can't get a consistent cut, and I use the Brio, like I don't often do that. That might be every 3 months that I would even try to take some volume off this. But once in a while, it does seem to do that. And I was also trying to limit the severity of my trim at the barber because I think as much as I say just chill, let's just talk about this. Still, you get in that moment, and sometimes they get excited. So
yeah,
I want to say just leave this alone.
I'm surprised that you still let them touch any of that. But like I said, it's content. Get to talk about it.
I don't know if it'll be forever, but I really do like that. I like that the cleanness. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
But I don't. I'm talking like the lines. I just don't. I don't. My arms might be a little stubby. Maybe it's just the muscle. Just gets caught. I don't know.
All right, Patrick, glad the new routine's working out for you, man. That is awesome. That is awesome there. All right, so we will get in the show again. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoy it. Guys, in the chat, before we get everything rolling right now, let us know what you are sipping on and what are you snacking on. Do you guys have any drinks? Do you have any snacks out there? Did you join us with some jerky? Did you get an adult beverage, a soft beverage? All right. Mayor's the kid in class.
I know. I was.
Do you have those
I had
kids?
a serious face on.
Yeah.
I was not pretending. I wasn't making a rustling with that. I was trying to
Man, I have those kids where I'm like, really? Like you just get it. This Cheeto bag or something.
My problem is the squeaky shoe kid.
Oh, our floors are so bad, and it's like the Nike,
chirp, chirp.
The Nike, I forget what they're called, Vapor Max, and those squeak like crazy.
So my snarky science teacher comment is, I hope you learn to contribute more than that.
Yeah.
You're not doing much, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go ahead and get into the show, everybody. All right, so I queue it up here. Of course, didn't hit the present button properly yet, but that is okay. Quickness here. So again, this is Beard Advice Live. This is episode 53. This is actually our first episode of year 2. So this is year 2 of Beard Advice Live, right? 52 weeks. We finished year 1. And so this is our
I remember
year
when
2.
you messaged me and I think we need to, I think we go beard advice on this. I think we started having a few situate, questions and things like that, and then just our beards are different enough that we can both contribute a little bit. And I had finally gotten probably enough experience, and I haven't looked back. Have you? Like, I can't imagine not having this as part of my week, and I hope that some of you guys feel the same way.
Yeah, I don't really remember the stream before this. Like, I know it happened, I can tell you about it, but this just seems like what we've done. Like, it just seems like such a part of the channel, our lives, the community. So thank you to everyone that sent in pictures. The show wouldn't happen without you guys. Thank you for everyone that's given feedback and helped out beards out there. We are ready to roll, guys. On the 13th, we'll be able to go a little bit slower today because, like I said, we don't have a ton of them, but we got a super cool update. Very, very excited to see everything. And then my man Ken said that he got in his the hat from the Beauty and the Beard. That made it all the way to Hawaii. Cool little fact. Oh, and Ken, you'll get a little kick out of this. So Ken is a 7th grade middle school teacher in Hawaii. And we are doing a buddy classroom this year where we have like pen pals, and they sent out a package of like Hawaiian goods, and then we sent pictures of our students and everything. And Ken, if you don't know, in that class is Owen, the mayor's son. So if you look through those pictures that I put up there today and you look for like one of the last ones, it's Owen there. That's the mayor's son. So I didn't even kind of put that together. That's really, really cool.
You do read like what the kids say before you send it out.
Yeah.
That's also my son. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, in an impulsive moment.
Any 7th grader.
You know what I'm saying.
Yep. And JP, thanks, man. That's an absolute honor. And Mr. Greeter, hello. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started here. Keep enjoying your snacks. Keep enjoying your beverages, and we'll have some more questions.
Take some deep breaths. Relax. It's Wednesday.
It's the chill stream. I can't believe it's Wednesday. When you told me yesterday it's only Tuesday, it's like, what?
Well, you know what your student said earlier. Yeah, you saw that earlier.
Yeah.
When it's basically Friday.
Basically Friday. I'll take it, though. That's not the worst way to look at it.
I actually kind of understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But
we're there.
Look at it.
We're there.
All right, this is Andrew W. I'm about 1.5 months into my growth after taking a lot off in a trim in early September. I'm wondering and trying to see how I can get a full big beard. I have issues with a curly beard, especially in my underside and my neck area. Anything that you can do to help the growth of the underside, or is gravity really the only option as well as time?
Okay, and hello, Mr. Greeter. Michael, shout out to you. He said hello to both of us. And anybody else that said hey to us, welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. All right, Andrew W. 1.5 months into growth. Okay, sounds like mayor territory. And wondering, big full beard. I have issues with curly. All right, and I think I have an idea kind of where this is going here. So let's take a look, see what Andrew's got going on right now. All right, 1.5 months. You're 6 weeks in, man. You are doing fantastic. Great density, great coverage, great color. But I do believe we do have some things that we can offer you to kind of just help get you going in the right direction. No pun intended. And I'm going to kick it to the mayor.
Well, I think you're absolutely right that there is a part of this with gravity being a piece of it and getting the length and the time to fighting. Speaking particularly about the curlies underneath. It's very normal in that crook of the neck there to have that happen. It happens to me all the time. And I, being, at least for the time being, staying at this length, I, manage those like with my barber or myself with my Brio, and just kind of keep them untamed because there's like a tipping point where it's annoying and it feels like disheveled. But I think you're gonna have to let it grow. But I think in the meantime, and you're gonna be shocked to hear this, if you put a little heat and started straightening that out, you might not be, they would look better and it would feel better. And just kind of hitting it with a little heat and bringing it down straight here really can make a big difference. So heat, I would suggest. I love the color of your beard. I think I don't see anything abnormal about your neck line. Looks really full. I think that time, gravity, and just kind of figuring out what's gonna get you through until you start to see some of that drop.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a couple things to add, but first, TR says, is 1/2 inch of beard growth a month fast, slow, or average? The literal average. If most people grow a 1/2 inch of beard a month, that is exactly average. So what we have here, Andrew, is a couple of things. So a couple people are suggesting like behind the ear and down here. I think once you really introduce heat to this routine, and with lots of practice and lots of different techniques, I think that is going to change everything. I think that it's going to really, I'm not able to give you any other advice other than get that heated brush and really start dialing in your heat routine, because I think you can move this hair that's over here that's swooping back behind your ear. I think you can move it down. And you are at the big turning point when it comes to a business beard. And what I believe that you need to do, and yeah, lots of great comments out there in the chat, guys. Curly beard here in heat is the only way I found to work. Agreed. You're not going to be able to battle the curly beard with balm, with wax. Heat is the way to tackle it. And I hate when people say that they can't do this. Yes, you can. I promise you. It can tame any beard. I absolutely promise you. But here's the key thing that I was saying. You are now at the point where your beard is a little bit too full to keep wrapping towards your face. I'm going to take this off here, and I'm going to bring you to the mare's face. And notice how his beard starts to face down, even at this trimmed version. And this is the shortest I've seen your beard in quite some time.
It is.
It's pretty dang short.
Shockingly.
Yeah, it actually is. Yeah.
Honestly, now that I look at it, I didn't even really realize quite.
Until that side cam, I'm the same exact way. It is significant. So this isn't the best example. Last week would have been better for me to show you.
But I grow, so next week will also be a good.
Yep.
We'll get back to it.
So once you have that beard full underneath like you have with the mare, I wish I could show you even a little bit better here, but essentially what happens is his hairs are not going back towards his neck. They are starting to come out towards his chin. That's a really good, point your chin this way. There we go. Those hairs are starting to go towards his chin here, and I am happy with the look there. Now, if I could give the mare a tip, did they do the front of your beard, or did you do it?
I did, and I did it underneath with scissors.
Okay.
A little bit.
So I would have left a little bit more right here, because the bottom part is a little bit longer than the chin.
Up.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. Like, I may have come a little bit high.
But you're setting up for November,
right?
Throwing it out. In a beard that length, those changes are just like weeks of difference. Like in weeks, it'll be back. So
that's why I don't mind taking a little bit of risk, letting somebody try it a little bit, because for whatever reason, it'll come, especially this time of year, it just kind of comes right back.
Yeah.
And I know that with a couple years experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a kind comment here. This guy messaged me all the time. He said, "I don't like the mare's shirt." Well, my wife made it, so thank you for that kindness and positivity there. We love it, and it's a pretty good seller.
Karma goes both ways.
Yeah,
right?
Karma is a nasty thing. So keep that in mind. And yes, literally, my wife made that shirt. But the actual thing that matters there, and it was pointed out, is even at the mare's length right now, which is dang similar, just I would say probably a little bit longer than this one. Andrew, it's time to start getting that beard down and away from your chin, all right? Down and away from your chin. And a lot of guys are saying bald and bearded here. I'm cool either way, but you do look like you have the head shape that would do really well with bald and bearded.
Like a good tough look.
Yeah. And you can see it with the hat there, because the hat is kind of making it look bald and bearded. So you could pull that off, or you could rock it with the kind of buzz cut that you have going. I think that looks good too. But Andrew, and I don't think we've seen Andrew in the chat yet, but Andrew, please go ahead and give a shot with that heat. If you do not have a heated brush, Mare, for this beard specifically, what brand, and then even specifically the model, would you recommend for Andrew?
Absolutely what I use, the AberLite Pro. The AberLite is the brand. They have several different heated brushes. The AberLite Pro is just probably the best I've ever used. It is the best I've ever used, because it has you can adjust the temperature. It has a great, it just doesn't take forever. It really has cut my heat, my work time as far as that goes in half, just because it's a wider surface area to me, and just works better for me. So, in fact, we can actually save you a little money on them.
Yeah.
Recently, that I'm proud to say that AberLite works with me and this channel, and so Mayor 10, which is in the description, would save you 10% if you're looking at that, or anything at aberlite.com.
Yep.
I mean, it's something I can fully, truly say, like, game changer for beards. Heated brush, when you learn how to use it, makes all the difference. Like, next level, it's a level up. We see it week after week when somebody gets a heated brush and uses it, it's an instant level up because it gives them something they didn't even. They were wondering, why does everybody else's look like that, or how do they get that control, and I can't.
Yeah.
And that's usually
100%. Joey, thank you, man. He said my brother's rocking the mayor short beard style now. Awesome. And Andrew's here. Doc Wiltz is here. So I'm here. Heated brush or blow dryer? Andrew, 100% at your length would be a heated brush. It's going to give you the control. As Jesse said, heat is a game changer. It really, really is. I don't care what your beard environment is like. There's ways to get it. When guys say it doesn't work, it's a daily battle. You're going to need to use heat every day. It's going to come back. You're not permanently changing your beard, but you can get it to work. Change the heat setting, change the direction. There are ways to get it work. And all of the concerns that you had, Andrew, right here, when we go back a slide, when you have concerns with a curly beard, my under beard neck area, those will all be changed and those will all be solved with a heated brush. So just keep that in mind. Couple of shout outs. Hey, Colin Joe. Hey, Mr. J. Cruz, Healthy Beard. Welcome on in, everybody. But yes, it will really does, as Rich L says here, heat brush does wonders for my beard. So to answer your question directly, I don't think that you are ready for a blow dryer yet. That's probably 6 months down the road before you want to start working that in place. But at your length of beard, no question, a heated brush. Yep, no question is a heated brush there. And yeah, he is kind of rocking the lazy walrus. I agree on that, Joe. For his beard style, it does really well. Yeah. And Mr. Votto's 100% right, guys. Hit that like button like it owes you money. I appreciate every one of you. But we do have some people, especially if you're on your phone, you probably forgot because it doesn't show you. Exit out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and then hit where it literally says live chat to come back in. So, man, really good one. Andrew, if you have more questions or comments, we have time, my man. Absolutely. So please let us know where they're at. Is there a general do not exceed time for the heated brush for several inches? So Mark, I have a video on the kind of like rules and restraints of heat. I can send you that video if you would like after the stream. But for time purposes, it's not exact. It's more important about the heat you're using, how direct the heat is. If it's a heated brush, clearly it's direct. But I would say you will know.
I was gonna say, from this length beard, it's called when it hurts. When it starts heating up to like, bro, you're doing too much.
Yep, you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know. You feel it. You do. Your beard does have a little bit more with a good oil in it.
Yep,
it has more tolerance than you think. But you can on that note, you can also go way too far.
Yep.
But
the actual temperature is more important to be concerned with rather than the time. Because if the temperature is too much, let's say you're using 450 degrees, it doesn't matter if it's on there for a second or if it's on there for 10 seconds, you're gonna really damage your beard. So really dial into that temperature. My general rule of thumb is a 360, 365. That's the safe zone. The breaking point is actually 420. If you go above that point, you are going to damage your hair, any hair, but then there's some wiggle room underneath there depending on your beard. What's everybody's people's thoughts on vitamin E and beard butter? Vitamin E is a fantastic ingredient, especially used in small quantities or ratios. What it does is it extends the life of the other ingredients, especially your scents. It's an antioxidant, which is going to do a lot of help to keep out different things. It also does a great job of not having oxygen damage the product, but it is not a preservative. Common misconception, people think that vitamin E is a preservative. It is not a preservative.
More of an enhancer.
Yeah, it's just a good teammate. It's just gonna help things out.
I feel like I'm kind of like that too.
Yeah, it
is. Good teammate, enhancer.
Yep, it is
not a preservative.
Very true. Very true. Thank you, Doug. Doug's the one. Doug, could you find the heat rule? It's got like the and a blow dryer in it, and it's like blowing fire out. It's a somewhat recent one. I forget the exact title of it. So. Yeah, shout out to you. And then again, we had Wiz. I don't know if he had anything else to add to that. But thank you for being here. Thanks for asking that question because it's, again, very, very simple for you. Heated brush, man. Heated brush.
But really, that's a tipping point for some guys.
Yeah.
They're like,
that frustration.
I don't like this way this feels. This is what a beard feels like. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want that for you.
Yep. And Michael says he's been learning recently he doesn't need as much heat to get the same or better. That's what it's all about. Figuring out what works for you, dialing it in, tuning it down. The more experience you have, the better tools that you have to approach it. So yes, awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit our next one here. Hey, Andrew, welcome on in, buddy. Okay.
Why is Joe threatening people?
Joe is?
Yeah, I said, don't make me come downstairs. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, is
I'll
he
just look at
talking?
the small screen.
Talking about
There's no words there.
talking about Eric, I'm guessing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. First off, Truck Life says best product recommendation. Truck Life, I have tons and tons of them. A good one, just because he has the hat on in there, is Husky Beard. I do a discount for them. But Truck Life, send me a message after this stream through email. It's in the description, or Instagram, Dan C. Bearded. My email is dan_command@yahoo.com. And that way I can learn your preferences, what you like, what you don't like. And if you do that, I can give you a very specific type recommendation. My wife says heat every day is bad. What's your take? She's actually incorrect, Noah. So let me bring this back again. Doug is going to find the video right now. If not, I'll find it in a minute here. That's a huge misconception. There's actually a lot of benefits to using heat if you do it correctly, especially guys that have big curly beards. If you don't use heat correctly, you get tangles, you get snags, and you're going to be pulling and breaking hairs. Far worse than any damage that's happening to heat. The key thing is, protect it with a good quality beard oil beforehand. Make sure you're using the proper temperature range, and then just not overdoing it. If you do that, you're fine. I've used heat every single day for the last 5 years, with just a handful of exceptions out there.
Is this something that would apply to head hair but not beard hair?
I don't know about head hair.
Okay.
So
because I know that is
it's
a misconception or perception.
It's a perception, but I don't know if that's true or not. There's a lot of things that are just been passed down from time to time and generation to generation. Like, hey, if you use a blow dryer, it's gonna kill your beard, gonna kill your hair. It's just not true as far as the beard. Now, head hair being thinner, having a different environment up there, I don't know that answer. But to be very, very precise and specific, no. And there's many guys in here right now that use their heat on their beard every single day. Some guys more than others. Hey, Gavin, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna find this video real quick here as he's talking about. But yeah, there's a lot of things out there. Like, are there any other things that you can think of where it's just passed down from generation to generation, where it's like
tons of them in science?
Oh, I bet.
Red sky at night, sailors delight. Red sky at morning, sailors take warning. There's a little bit to it because you get a red morning. That means that the way up here in the northern hemisphere, the light filter is going to look red if there's the sun is rising and it's coming through these clouds that are coming your way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, it doesn't always apply. Like you would think. Cows lay down before it rains. Not true. The cows don't really like to lay down at all. Things like that.
Interesting.
Lots of weather ones, I guess, I'm coming up with.
All right, I beat Doug. If you are curious about heat and what is too much heat and what temperatures you should use and all that type of stuff, check out that video right there, you guys. And then also check out the beard, and it's the glass transitional phase. Okay, so I'll give you guys this one because, no, it's the same one. Okay, good. So guys, that one is gonna be all you need to know about heat, and it really is helpful. Yeah, really helpful.
Do you have glass transitional phase as one of your tags on that?
Yeah.
That's why you found it so fast?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Glass. That's that's where we're at, guys.
Yep. I've never used heat, but my beard is thick. What brand of blow dryer do you recommend? So I have a very nice blow dryer. I bought it. It was not sent to me. I was not paid for it. Nothing like that. I have a Babyliss, which is the proper way to say it, because I actually met one of the company higher ups at the Barber Expo. Some people say Babyliss, which is what I used to say, but I use a Babyliss. It's as good as it gets. It's the engineers of the Ferrari engine engineer this blow dryer. But other than that, I think
what does that cost?
I don't remember.
I heard the word Ferrari, and
it's not as much as the Dyson one. The Dyson is $400. This one is in the $195, something like that range. So I'm not. Other than that, I've heard really good things about most different blow dryers out there. And this is a huge comment here. And this is true if you know what you're doing.
I just use the one at Sam's Club. It's free.
I have much less hair loss when I use heat. Yes. And I've done several videos on that because it drives me crazy because every single person says, well, it's going to kill your beard. And I've always offered when people come into my videos and they're like, you're dumb, that's not true. Please show me one study that says I'm wrong. And I've waited and I've waited and I've waited. Spoiler alert, it does not exist. If there was a study to show, trust me, they would be putting it out there. Hair care product companies, all these people would do that.
Kind of another misconception.
Absolutely. What length is considered short, medium, and long, and where are measurements taken? All right, I'm going to give you my breakdown on this. And I do have a video on short, medium, long beards, and some of our buddies were the models. Were you a model on that one?
I don't know.
Joel was.
I think it was Joel.
Joel was. I think he might have been the medium beard, maybe. So I'm not sure, but my rule of thumb of a short beard is a beard that wraps to your face, meaning it's still curving around your chin and going towards your neck. A medium beard is once it starts facing down to about 6 inches, and where you measure is from the bottom of your bottom lip. That is a competition measurement. That's the widely accepted measurement. Long is more than 6 inches. That's my rule. Where did I get that from? Just experience and observation. So I don't have anything other than that.
After a year of this show, we have a pretty good take at where, like, how the percentages are for different lengths of beards, I think.
Yep.
To a point.
Thank you, Doug. Anyone use different heat settings for different parts of your beard mustache? Yes. My mustache is totally different than my beard. My sideburns and my mustache I treat the same. I treat my beard differently.
320, 360. That's where the AberLight is nice because you can get up, adjust it really fast and be up to that temp.
Awesome. I use the heated brush every day after applying oil. Never noticed any issues. Exactly, guys. Straight hair causes less knots. Yep, exactly. See, we got a lot of experience in the chat right now. Okay, so I've tried beard butter, oil, pomade, matte paste, balm, keep the beard in shape. Fizz, I've tried a heated brush, but I think it makes my beard look too thin. So then you got to try to use less heat. Then you got to try to use it less times going through the beard. There is a way to be able to dial it in.
And send us in. Send us in what you're talking about because it's hard to visualize. And we'll tell you, we agree. It's too thin. There's not enough bang for your buck on that heated brush.
Yes.
We'd love to see that.
Yep, we can help you.
Yep.
My beard has recovered from the June disaster, but now I want to know, how big is a natural handlebar mustache before it's considered too bold? I don't know, man.
A natural handlebar, that's going to just
be
at the tips?
It's nice and big in the middle, and then, tips off on the side.
But not like all wax.
Man, I've seen some really, really big ones, TR, so I don't know.
Case by case. I think you probably could go to, it just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. So Mark says, sorry, guys, catching up on stuff, and we still have more. This is perfect. I'll make sure to use your code, Steed. Thanks for the AberLight endorsement. Awesome.
Thank you.
Coconut oil alone is good enough for the beard. Isn't that a beard myth? Yes. It will be better than nothing, but coconut oil has a high comedogenic scale rating to clog your pores, and a well-balanced blend is just better than having a single carrier. I work in a negative 20-degree freezer. Any tips on care other than oil, butter, and co-washing? Jonathan, drink tons of water and only use oil when you go to work. Do not use balm. Do not use butter. You don't want anything that's going to re-solidify in your beard. And at those temperatures, I guarantee it will. So go oil only when you're at work there, and try to find an oil that will work for you.
So oil helps and protects from heat.
Yep.
Does it do anything from cold?
I
think about when I ski in the winter and things like that. Am I doing any?
Cold does not harm hair at all. Cold is perfectly fine to hair. But what it does do is it doesn't allow your hair to freeze. It doesn't allow, unless you find, if you have like an oil that has an aloe base in it, aloe freezes. There's a couple of random things that can freeze. When you get super cold, some oil does solidify quicker than others. So that's why I say find an oil that really works for you. If you find your beard getting a little bit crispy, change out the oil, try something new. In Michigan, we learned that real quick. The mayor and I park as far away from our entrance at work as possible. Those winter mornings are coming, by the way. Yep. But those bite you, man. Those really, really get to you.
When you feel it through the pants, it gets goosebumpies.
Michael says, I use castor oil at night, but when I start using beard butter, can I use both? Yes. You're going to put in castor oil first, wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then put in beard butter. Then you're good to go. What beard length is best for a comb over using a brush? Once you can start to pinch those hairs, once you have the ability to be able to go into the hairs, like the mare's beard right now, he's kind of at that tipping point, but he should be combing because a brush is not going to get the oil down to his skin. So you want to be able to get that oil down to your skin. At his length, it's a good mix of both. Comb for health, brush for style.
Comb for health, comb after a shower,
Yep.
bath. But I still love using that, like my big airbag brush from Beard Octane. I use it from my head, hit the beard, hit the door.
And that's a great option. That's better than like a boar's brush. Like, I don't even know how we count that as a brush. That's one of those like weird things. Because what is a brush? You know, what is the definition?
I don't know.
I'm getting too deep. And then why is it called a heated brush when it should be called a heated comb? You know, I know. We're too early to think this deeply.
Well, because it has teeth. It has more than just one row of teeth. I think.
Is that the distinction?
That's my guess. I have no idea, but that'd be my guess.
That's a good distinction. I've never thought about that. What's your take on flat irons? Keep them far away from your facial hair. It is too direct of heat. The heated brushes, the heating mechanism, the heating element is not directly on your hairs. There's something that is between those. So you have a little buffer. Do not use a flat iron on your beard. No. All right, Mayor 10 is your code for Aberlite.
Yes.
Yep, Mayor 10. I think all caps. Usually it works anyway, but all caps, yes. All right, $195. You're welcome for my thumbs up. Thank you, Cameron. 105. Yes, and again, I bought that. I don't make any money off that recommendation. I'm not trying to push an expensive blow dryer. It was a huge difference for me. I went from like a $20 Revlon to that Babyliss, and big change. Can you put the actual model of the blow dryer? Ted, send me a message. I know you talk to me all the time. Send me a message. I'll send you a direct link for that one. Any idea what temp blow dryers usually go to? They usually go to about 400 to 450 degrees. Usually they try to stay under that 420 mark. But yeah, about 400 degrees is pretty safe where it's at. All right, so let's see here, guys. And again, thank you so much for everything. I think the video, yes. Thank you, Robert. Okay. Only downfall, yeah, knots will get a lot of people. Man, it will absolutely catch up to a lot of people here. And guys, if we missed any questions, we do have a full question section that we'll be able to pop back to and get where we're at.
Those are good questions, though.
Great. I can't
it's
skip
hard,
over them.
It's hard to get out of it when it's going well.
And we know that in the classroom. Is there a right or wrong way to trim the colic area? Nope. That just comes down to personal preference and experience, Pete. It's really going to be, there's no right or wrong area.
But don't be afraid to put a little more time holding it there.
Yep.
Even not just brushing through, but actually just having the heat in contact with the hair. That's when you usually get the skin telling you, okay, that's too much.
Yep.
But that can make a big difference. It's not just the motion. It doesn't have to be. The heat itself kind of like loosens up the molecules and allows them to kind of straighten out.
Yeah. Great question by Daniel. Should you use beard oil or an argan oil heat shield beforehand? Just use your beard oil. Oftentimes it's going to be better. Argan's fantastic for heat, but so is jojoba, so is meadow foam, so is sweet almond. They all have similar smoke points. They all have similar long chain fatty acids and all that stuff. The lingo and jargon, pretty much
so many
the same.
oils for cooking, just like there's so many oils for beards because oil does well with transferring heat.
Yep. Hey, first timer, I grow my super curly beard 8 to 9 months. I have a small mustache. Do a round. Oh, man. It's impossible for us to tell you that without seeing, but you should send into the show. Mayor, how should he send in to be on the show next week?
Easy peasy. beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Give us a front. Give us a side. Give us a side shot. And just tell us a little bit about what your questions are, why you're sending in, if you have trouble spots, goals, whatever. We'll address it on the show, usually that week.
Yep. Dan, do you wear shorts to work? No, we are not allowed. Otherwise, I literally would every single day. So yes. Formulating beard oil based on a region, then fragrance options. Companies look into it. Okay.
So like a scent or a carrier blend based on what you could get in that area.
Okay, like keep it local kind of thing?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why do your faces look so slimmer? I don't know.
But we'll take it.
Hey, I have no idea. So yeah, I have no idea. Let me see what we got there. What's the go-to for recovery for missed routines? just getting back on those healthy habits, man. A leave-in conditioner can be a nice little boost to come back. But there's no like cure-all.
So last Friday night, which kind of stopped me off, maybe got me a little bit shorter. I did pine tar, like the one I do maybe every 2 months, and it like poofs it all out, takes all kind of a good stripping wash is what I'm talking about, and it took out all the product, and it was like puffy, real froey kind of for a couple days. So it was like Friday night I did that, Saturday, Sunday. By like Monday morning, I was getting back to where I like to be. So it took a couple days. I would assume it's similar with a couple missed routines or just going back to nature on that.
Cowlicks for beards, how do you know if you have any? If you're asking about cowlicks, you don't have them. A cowlick is like a spiral, a like tornado looking thing that the hair just goes in a totally different direction than the other hairs. If you have a cowlick, you definitely know you do. I have one on my head hair, but not in my beard. How long does your beard need to be before you braid it? Longer the better. I don't know where that tipping point is. My beard, I don't think I'm quite to a point where I could braid it properly yet. So I would say 12 inches plus is a good spot to start braiding your beard. So just something to consider. Hey, John, yeah, that's exact. I forgot we put on the slimming camera lens.
Oh.
Yeah. The one that makes us look skinnier. Hey, Jimbo. Sorry, Ben. Hey, man, I know you've had busy meetings and everything with work, so yeah. Whose hats we are wearing? Ardius Man. And Mayor, what do we know about Ardius Man?
Well, Ardius Man is our sponsor this month on Command's Corner, the Facebook group. 6,000 bearded guys hanging out. We have weekly themes, monthly sponsors, and this month it's Ardius Man. And you want to join if you're interested in a great Facebook group that I have coined the term Facebook Elevated, because it's not like anywhere else out there. For my knowledge, I'm sure there's some great groups out there, but this group is really just a group of supported guys. And if you're interested, it's called Command's Corner, the bearded community. You can please do fill out the questions when you submit your account to join, and we will get you in there. Unless we see, I don't know what you could really say, but there'd probably be something. Mm-hmm. But just fill the questions out, because that's a big deal for us. It shows a little bit of interest in it.
Yeah. And Jimbo, you definitely have not been here for a while. Yes, this is the Mayor cam, and of course we have the side beard cam over here as well. So thanks for being in, my man. You always give great ideas for video ideas, man. So thank you and welcome back. Amazing stream, just getting here with shopping with the wife. Glad I didn't miss. Hey, man, welcome in. Makeshift, hello here. Dan, do you have a video on the Beard brand utility bars? No, but they're pretty good. I really like this. One of my favorite products from them. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. All right, final question, then we're back into the advice. This is from Andrew, who we had on earlier. Actually, let's bring him up so you guys can see who is talking here, okay? Then if you guys have other questions or if we missed any, please bring it back. Is the Aberlite Pro the way to go, or the heavy dutier one for $40 work just as well? For me, out of Aberlite, I've only tried the Go and the Pro is much better. And I use the Pro every day, literally every day, but I have not tried the heavy duty one.
I haven't either. What the feedback I've had is the Aberlite, the Pro. I think the heavy duty is kind of like one brush head, and if I guess I always thought it was, for me, I thought heavy duty, I thought bigger beard. It was more like a bigger, broader tool, and then the Pro is more dialed in. But I haven't actually used it. The Aberlite brand is quality, and if it's that or nothing, I would definitely go with that. But the Pro has, I was talking about how you can adjust the temperature in certain areas when you get good at it. There's just a few little tweaks to it, and from me, it's worth it.
Okay. And so Ken says he loves the compact. Have you tried the compact?
I have not.
Okay, we gotta get a hold of them. So
I got Pro, I got Go.
Yeah, we just gotta. Mental note, Mayor, reach out and let them know. We keep getting asked about the compact and the heavy duty. And Justin says go with the Pro. TR says, not a question, but shout out Dancy and Mayor. I missed the cutoff for the whiskey and hardtack, but gave you a shout out in the order. TR, my code is always on there. There was a special deal last week, but Dan C is always worth 15% off. So hopefully you took advantage of that and were able to save a little bit. If not, reach out to them. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to make it right or accommodate in any way possible. But Dan C, just DANC, is worth 15% off for whiskey and hardtack. Who I'm rocking the shirt today. Okay, so keep that in mind. I bought the Pro and wouldn't go back. My beard is about the mare's length and maybe a tad shorter, game changer. There you go. That's from a buying customer, someone who has put it out there. Makeshift says, I love my pocket compact. It's fantastic. There you go. That's good. That's good. The compact is awesome. So we got a lot of people that really like the compact. How can beard oils change from dark to light in color? Depends on the carrier, right? The source of the oils. And then also the fragrances come in different colors as well. So both of those things change. For example, Beard Baron's one of my favorite companies. They have the same carrier blend, but their colors are all different from the fragrances.
Would you ever have a bottle that was a dark color when you bought it? Lighten up like that?
No, nope. Yeah, if it went from dark to light, you need to get rid of it. Yep, that's no longer
color
good.
change is one of the indicators of a chemical change.
Yes,
said the science teacher.
I was just gonna say that is super sciencey.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mayor, I would love to know about the Aberlite Compact. Definitely gonna get one of the Aberlite models with your code. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
just let them know that we keep getting asked about this.
I think we could just send him the video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bluegrass. Who's this guy? I know the content coach, but I don't know this fellow over here. Signed in on the wrong name. Just kidding. Is the Wild Willis beard boost serum any good? No, Wayne. My true unfiltered advice is throw it away immediately. I do not think that's good for my beard. I would not recommend it for anybody else's
So how does this happen? We have a short show. We're going back to it.
Yeah.
We're 45 in.
Yeah.
And I'm like cooking. Like, let's keep going.
Yep. You guys are guiding it. So keep it up, everybody, as you go through. Didn't see, when you're supporting beard companies, do you stay with a business that has the same carrier oils? When you're supporting beard companies, do you stay with business that has...
are you exclusive to certain carrier oils?
No. You need to use other carrier oils to have the best experience.
Emu, ostrich, soften.
Yep.
You don't, for me, just for my experience, I use them like, some of them that are heavier on that, I would use every, 2 days in a row and then go to something different for a while. Because otherwise I get to where I can't, it's too soft. And so, and then I go back and I enjoy the trip back to like a CBD or, that's the
soft
fun.
too.
That's the fun of it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fun of it though, in some ways, is seeing how the different carrier blends do different things in your beard. And they truly, truly do.
Take care, Brian. Have a good night, man. And there's a video called The Beard Plateau Effect. I highly encourage you to look that up, bookmark it, and go watch after the stream. It talks about the benefits of switching up carriers.
Ooh, that's a big question.
Great question, Makeshift. What got you both so passionate? So I was actually passionate about beards before I had a channel. I've talked about this story many times, but I started on Reddit. It's actually how I met one of my best friends, and moderator Doug Sloan was on Reddit, and then figured out he lived local. I don't know. I think it was because my dad told me my whole high school career that I couldn't have a beard. So when I could, it was kind of like my lash back, and then I was kind of a style, purposeful guy and wanted to make it look as good as possible, and kind of like shout out to the haters that said beards were dirty and not looking good, and I tried to defy that. Yeah.
For me, I would say growing a beard has changed my life more than most anybody who decided to grow a beard. It has not only just being involved with Dan and all that's amazing too, but the self-confidence. It's literally, I want to say literally, but it has changed things that I thought were done. I was 40, like I was going in this direction, and it kind of just like changed who I felt I was, the way I took care of myself, and on and on and on and on. It's just been a crazy upside that I didn't even, it changed my life so much that I would love it to, I want to share that in a way. It's crazy. I don't think everybody's journey is going to be anywhere near the same as mine, but your confidence and the way you feel about yourself, staggering how much it can impact that.
And a lot of people are with you too. I mean, a lot of people have been changed like that. Any updates on your oil? Yes. Come March, it's going to be in every Rite Aid in America. So I'm going to keep you guys posted, get all the information out there. But March, it's going to be in every Rite Aid. Actually, not the oil. Let me come back here, Luis. It's just going to be the balm and butter for now. The oil, that's with this company. I did not reformulate. I did, but they didn't go with that one yet. So hold on to that, but it will be balm and butter. I've been growing my beard for 2 years, and it's stuck at 5 inches. Any tips? Wayne, man, healthy habits, lower your stress, drink more water, really focus on, if you yourself get healthier and your rotation, your routine gets healthier, your beard will respond. There's almost nobody on the planet whose actual terminal length is at 5 inches. So you gotta fix something is causing that. We got to address that. Drink more water, exercise, get more sun, that type of stuff. You guys are killing it on the questions tonight. Is it better to use beard oil or beard balm in a 5-inch? Emil, always beard oil. Beard oil is first always, whether it's day 1 of a beard, whether it's year 15 of a beard. Beard oil is the base. It's for the skin and then the hair. Balm would just simply be for adding in some control or styling. At your length of beard, 5 to 6 inches, I would say try going oil only. But if you feel like it's too crazy, you could also throw in some balm there.
Balm is, to me, is like the hair gel for my beard. It helps on days where it's real humid to kind of keep it down. It helps when I have a mask and a strap going up there and I have to do that at work. It's more of a styling to me at this phase.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that, man. Just trying to put my best foot forward. All right, we don't have, so it's going to be Rite Aid. The plan then would be to move into Target and Walmart and CVS and the other options, but the first one that has accepted those 2 SKUs is Rite Aid. So very excited, got the official email and anything. Is there an average terminal length? No, it is very, very individual and unique. I feel like my cheeks are growing faster than my chin. Is this common? No, that's extremely uncommon. Almost not possible, but it is. It's just that, Blake, that's very, very rare.
Jawline, underbeard, most common. Both place. Then you got your front, then your like high cheeks.
Your chin strap, that jawline there is the most common. Cheeks are almost unanimously the slowest, pretty much. So the easy way to explain it is your jawline is the fastest. The more north or the more south you go, the slower the growth is. So that's very, very, very rare. I just got my AberLite Pro. There you go. Came with beard balm. I've not used beard balm before. Do you put it in before or after heat? My recommendation is to put it in after heat.
Because it has the wax.
There you go.
The wax is gonna burn. You're gonna get a weird effect.
Yep.
It will not be the pleasant experience you're hoping for.
Agreed.
And it'll mess up it'll just make it dirtier faster.
Gunk up the heated brush. You'll be cooking the wax. So yeah. What's your end goal for both of you? I'm just enjoying the journey, man. I literally have no goals. I want it to look good where it's at. The second I start feeling like it's not looking good or it's looking transparent, I trim it. Other than that, I just want to look good. I just want to like it.
I'm the same. I'm not saying I'm never gonna get that length. I don't, have any plans in my head for that, but I never had any plans to have a beard in the first place. So who knows? But I'm really just happy trying different things, letting it get a little fuller, thicker, looking at that. And then fortunately for me, I grow pretty fast. So I can, get back to a little fuller within a week or 2 if I feel like maybe it's a little bit short right now.
If I'm washing my beard 5 days a week, should I add in a stripping wash? Gavin, general rule of thumb, once every week or every other week is a really good option. You feel like, kind of like the mayor was saying earlier, if you feel like your beard is just gunked up, you got wax, you got product built up, throw in a pine tar soap, throw in a stripping wash, and that'll be a once every week, every other week. Would you say that's about how often you're doing it?
Yeah, and I was thinking, it really does help, and it improves and it makes the oil feel better in your beard once you've done that. But I'm not at the point yet where I would like put it in my calendar. It's more about a feel thing for when I feel like I need it, more than like a time of the, so it could be if I'm sweating more in the summer, more frequently kind of thing.
Dan, I have a Vicacon beard straightener. Is it worth doing an upgrade to AberLite? Pete, if it's working for you, no. If you're achieving the style that you want, then you're good to go, man. The downfall on a cheaper option like the Vicacon is usually the battery goes out quicker or something fails on it. So if that's not happening and you like the results, there's absolutely no need to go to AberLite or for us to push AberLite to you. Now, if you feel like you're not getting that or you feel like there's some extra thing, a higher quality product will likely get you there. But no, if you're good, man, just keep rocking with it. You're fine. Awesome. Beard Octane supplements are fantastic. Why would my beard feel more dry in the morning after I use butter versus oil at night?
Too much butter?
Yeah, too much butter, and then I hope you're using oil as well in the morning. If you're not using oil, that would be the reason why. Or maybe just get rid of butter altogether.
Or go real light.
Yeah.
Like real light.
Yep.
That's what I do. Is just like a thumbnail's worth. Like not much. It does have an impact.
Oh shucks. Thanks, Matt. Is it best to use? Yes. yes, I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it stronger. Oil only when you're wearing a mask because it's just going to suffocate your beard. And if you get a beard dip or a push, a dent, that balm is going to lock the bad thing into place. So yes, absolutely, guys. My length of beard is probably 1.5 to 2 years for most people. If you were to start over, 1.5 to 2 years. Is a Beard Octane wash a stripping one? No. Beard Octane is a daily gentle wash. You could use that every day if you needed to.
They do sell a pine tar soap. They do. If you want to have that as part of your routine, throw that in too. Bar soap. If
you want a good stripping wash, as the mayor said, any pine tar soap, a beard wash bar from Whiskey and Hardtack, or a soap from Whiskey and Hardtack, their beard wash solid bar is more of a daily one. But yes, any bar soap is going to do the job. Not sure if you have a video on this, but how can you differentiate between a stripping wash? You can't. The only way is to feel it out or ask me. There's nobody in here right now that's going to be able to read an ingredient list and be like, aha, I know that is that. You got to experience it or ask me because I know pretty much all of the beard washes on the market and I can let you know.
Are there any stripping washes that are not bars?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. He mentioned a couple in there. The Bad Donkey Beard Co., they have a liquid stripping wash that's fantastic. I haven't had it in a while. Wish I did, but that's a fantastic one. How can you tell if the oil is light or heavy? Ask me. Those ones you can look at in the ingredients. If you see something like castor oil high up on the list, it's probably going to be a thicker oil. If you see things like sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, it's probably going to be a thinner oil. So you got to know your ingredients or ask me or try it. Yep. Anyone seen Mac with the cheese? Amra, yeah, I've talked to him on Instagram. He's had some tough times recently. He had somebody, and this was him posting it. It's not me like breaking any trust or anything. He had somebody break into his house a little while ago. He's had some, I think, rough times with some relationships in life. So he's still alive. He's still doing well. He just hasn't been as active as he normally has. All right, you savages, let's get into the show.
Eric B. I've been growing, trimming, trying for 2 years now. I did an all-around number 3 trim a few months back to try and even things out and to start from scratch without actually losing the entire beard. Aside from a few maintenance trims on the mustache occasionally, I've tried to let this grow out. I have a weak soul patch and it's hard to tell from these photos, but I have a line with weaker growth that runs directly from my middle of my nose down through my entire beard. Much more noticeable when short. Any advice you could provide would be appreciated. The photos are taken immediately after shower and oiled. Yes, I need a haircut.
Awesome. And guys, you keep giving great questions. Please hold those. We have a question slide coming up in a second. I might even just scroll back up and get those ones because they're so good. But man, you guys, they've been waiting for tonight. All right, Eric B. And where's Eric? I don't think he's in the chat right now. He's not. Eric's always here, so he'll have to come back and watch this one. All right, at about the hour mark here. Okay, so let's pop back to Eric. So many good questions here. All right, and aside from you, maintenance trims, growing it out. Okay, weak soul patch, and it's hard to tell from the photos, but I have a line with weaker growth that runs from the middle of my nose down through my entire beard. Okay, interesting. Any advice that you can provide? All right, I'm gonna kick it to Mayor here again.
All right, so. Yeah, okay. So one of the things
I see what he's saying. Yep.
Yeah, I do see kind of like a curl, and I wonder if it's more a directional thing than an actual. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody with kind of like a weaker line down the nose, but
shout out to you, Chris.
But I would totally believe that that's the case. I don't see it at all, obviously, right. So I wouldn't put that as something that you need to like fix. Okay, so be aware of that. Your mustache is great. I know you mentioned. Kind of that you use like one guard kind of on all of the beard. That's something that, as I learned, especially with that mustache, Dan's got a video today a little bit about being real careful with, if you want that full mustache, doing the guard trim on your mustache is you're never going to get there. It's more of like an underneath scissor. Just Dan's video today would be a huge help with that. We don't want to do those clippers and trimmers on that mustache. The beard itself looks great.
Yeah. Yeah, let me sub in here.
Go ahead.
So Cameron has a great comment, and he says, my advice for having weak spots is let it go and see what fills in. I agree. the things you're looking for, Eric, on advice aren't anything that right now is something that is addressable. It's not like you have a dip, a wave, a spot to trim. You're looking fine, man. Your beard looks really good. It looks purposeful. I agree with the mayor. The mustache would be the one area I would start to either train or trim. But the beard, and we rarely say this when people are looking for advice, but I really do believe in this one pretty strongly. Simply let this one go for right now. I know you're all in because you're in on every stream except for the one right now when it's your advice, but just let it go. And as Jimbo says here, which I miss Jimbo so much, time and length might help. A little bit older, things will fill in. I agree. It's too early to consider making changes to your actual beard.
This is one that I just want to put it out there. You're not gonna trim yourself to what you really want.
Yeah.
Right now, you're with like just a little bit of thinness that I think you're talking about. Grow past it, and then you can make some decisions then. But it's kind of like a leave alone. It's
Yep.
like maybe till 2022.
Yep.
And then come back and let's see where you're at.
And a lot of guys give that advice often, and we're kind of like, well, we would trim here. We're with the crowd on this one, man. Eric, your beard looks great. Keep letting it grow. You said in the comment that you need a haircut. I agree with you. There's a good haircut, but let the beard go, man. You're doing fine. Shout out to Craig. Thanks for stopping in to say hello. Even if you guys can't stay and you watch in the future, we always appreciate you just dropping in. And anybody out there, try not to say it too much, but if you could hit a thumbs up on this chat right now, the stream, it does help out. That's not just talk. You can go look it up. Likes and interactions do make a big difference, and we want to help out as many beards as possible. So keep letting that grow, man. You are doing fantastic, Eric, and I look forward to seeing you when you pop in here on the next one. So yeah, you're doing fine, man. Doing fine. All right, we are back with the questions. So this is the first one that we've had scheduled. So we actually probably got to pick it up a little bit because we do have a decent amount left, but I think we're perfectly on schedule.
It just works out.
Yes.
That's been our motto ever since I grew a beard. Honestly.
Yes.
You do good work, do your best work, and you end up getting there.
Going gray, should I use a deep leave-in conditioner? Christopher, I would recommend that if you're going gray once to twice a month. Once to twice a month would be a good recommendation there. And then I'm going to go back up here. If you guys had questions that we missed, please drop them right now. I'll do my best to kind of go back up and see. Jordy, he says, what's the difference between a beard wash with charcoal and pine tar? They are actually pretty similar. The main difference is charcoal is going to draw out a lot of stuff. It does a really good job of
Neutralizing.
Is that what it is? Is that the word for it?
I had a bad reaction. My skin just like erupted or whatever. I don't know if it was from any one thing, but I started using a charcoal wash from like Wild Schwein. I think that
Yeah.
just let me calmed it down.
There you go.
Similar to what Scott Porter's like face stuff does. Like
yes, the old one. Gosh, I missed that stuff was because we gave it to your son,
you
right?
did, and now I have it. I'm using it.
That was. Why did Scotch Porter, why'd you have to mess it all up, man? Not only was their conditioner fantastic, but it was their face lotion that was a charcoal base, the best that I've ever used. So the main difference is pine tar is stripping. It is going to like squeak and take everything off of there. And then the charcoal is going to draw and extract it out. Rather than kind of be abrasive, it's going to draw and extract it out.
Would you guys like me to get out my pH scale and I can show you the base and the neutral? I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Caleb said, I put oil and a full-bodied butter in every morning, but I'm experiencing itch around noon. Could it be my beard is subtly taking off and growing faster in a change? Likely, Caleb, the change of weather. Seasonal change is for real. And we are on the cusp of that in the Midwest right now. So I would bet out of all those things that you're bringing up, I would bet that it is the weather that's doing that. Or maybe you're using a little bit too much butter in the morning. So that could be one. Great question by Bill. He said, who you calling savages? You guys. You guys. In a great way, of course. How many times a day do you recommend using beard oil? I currently use 3 times a day with 6 drops each time. Emilio, that's going to be kind of personal preference there. On a general average day, I use beard oil in the morning, and then I wet my beard and use beard butter at night. If I take a second shower, if I take a shower at night, I will also use beard oil then. You should use it after every shower. But some people it's so situational. If you like that little midday routine and you like doing it before bed, your beard doesn't feel greasy, you don't have beard pimples, you're probably fine. How many times are you using it these days?
Definitely in the morning and definitely right after like the mayoral bath each evening. So twice and maybe a quick little kiss to it like midday at school or something like that if I feel like it's real dried out.
Okay.
Keeps them in the desk.
Good question. Plans? No, we did not plan. I actually put my hat on. I was like, oh man, Mayor, you have it on too. And I was like, hey, they're the sponsor this month of the Facebook group. Let's roll with it. Yeah, let's keep it going here. All right. And great questions, you guys. Great questions. And sorry if I'm missing. I think I'm going back to all of them. I forgot to hit the thumbs up. Well, thank you. Okay. I have an untrimmed 14-month beard. Should I trim myself or find a good barber? There's not a wrong answer to this one. It totally is to you. But if you came to me and we're good friends and you're like, Dan, I've been growing my beard for 14 months. I haven't touched it. Should I go to a barber or should I do it myself? My advice is invest in yourself and learn how to trim your beard. I will say trimming a longer beard is very simple. I think it's easier to trim my beard than it is to trim the mayor's beard. For us, just trim from the bottom. Elwood, please watch my trim videos. If you just search Dancy Bearded Trim, you will see my trim technique has not changed in 3.5 years because it works and it's really good. So my advice would be invest in yourself, especially at that one. Yep. Where we go? Okay. Any advice on UK brands? The mayor and I both share a recommendation on UK brand.
7 Potions. That's
7 Potions. Yep. They are the best. They are really good. They're consistent. They're quality. Their conditioner is fantastic. They don't have like the wildest scent variety and range.
And that's kind of with the UK, with the European like regulations of that. And I believe they use essential oils as well.
Yeah, 7 Potions. Yep. So that's a great company. I haven't found really other great ones in Europe. I found some okay ones, but 7 Potions head and shoulders above. Under my jaw, kinky hair once it grew, and you truly, oh wow, very cool, Albert. Man, that's awesome. I shower in the evening, okay to use heat twice a day. So I would not recommend that. I would recommend using heat before you are going about your day, before you're going about out in public. The other time, there's no real purpose to it. If you're doing it heat to go to bed, it's not gonna make a difference after you wake up from bed. So my advice would be find that one time. If you have an exception, you did your heat, and then later you're gonna go out with the wife or go on.
Touch up.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. But I would not make a daily routine out of it. Great question. Sorry if you answered this, lost connection. Will I be notified when our products are sent from the Gmail account to be used?
Products?
Yes. Sorry, I don't know if I said photos.
Yes, absolutely.
I probably said that wrong.
Shoot you. Am I supposed? Did I
No,
I'm supposed to be sending people stuff the whole time?
No.
No, definitely. We'll shoot you a quick email.
We always do. Yep. And sometimes it might not be till the Tuesday or Wednesday of the show, but we will always respond and tell you that you're going to be on the show. If you did not get a response from us, especially if you sent in prior to 8 o'clock tonight, something went wrong and we did not get your email. We were updated up until about the show started. So if you sent it in once the show started, it won't be till next week, of course. All right. Does a stripping shampoo feel good, or how can you tell? So here's a very simple way, Oliver, of telling the difference. If you use a daily or gentle beard wash, you're able to run your fingers through your beard afterwards. If you use a stripping beard wash, it's gonna give you that like like squeaky kind of feeling. And I would not run my fingers through my beard after a pine tar wash. I would not run my fingers through my beard after a stripping one. Because if you catch some hairs, you're going to be pulling those bad boys out.
After your stripping wash, it feels like armpit hair. Like it's just very coarse. It's just like natural. You can. It's not during the process. Not much. You can't feel it.
Agreed.
But as soon as it dries up, you're there.
Yep.
You get it.
My hair colors are all over the place, but my beard is red blonde. Would you recommend a heavy coat of butter before bed after I wash it? Yes. Heavy is. I don't know if I would say a heavy coat, but I do recommend using beard butter before bed. Any beard, actually. Good must-have travel beard care kit. I travel 3 times a month. So I would recommend getting a beard travel bag, something that's designed. The Bad Donkey, so this company, I just don't like to swear on here with having students. And we just don't do that. But yeah, the Bad Donkey beard care, they have the best bag that I've ever used. It's leather, it's padded, it has spots for oils, spots for balms, spot for like a wash. That's the best one, and I would fill it with your beard products. I don't really know anybody that has like
just a travel kit.
And I know companies that have tried, but they just don't sell. So
yeah, I mean, it'd be a nice gift, but people, I mean, if you're watching this and you're with us and you're into beards, you've got a favorite oil, you have a favorite brush, and usually they're not, they're from all over the place
yeah.
coming together like the dream team.
Dr. Squatch soaps, are they stripping? Yes, they are. I can't do that one. They are stripping. They're good, but they're stripping. Best tip for growing out a beard like yours, and this is not me being like tongue-in-cheek, watch my channel. I really mean that. Everything that I do on this channel is to try and get the best beard possible. And I do think I have a pretty good beard, so yes. Truck Life Productions, I've been asked this several times. I've never tried or looked into it, but it is on my list of video ideas. I will make that happen within the next 6 months. Write it down. Within the next 6 months, I will do that. Can you do beard butter on a dry beard at night? You can, but I don't think that's best practice. I used to do that actually. That was my method until I learned about locking in the hydration and spreading the product out evenly. But you can. It's not going to hurt you. It's not bad.
More likely to wake up with that dry heaviness that somebody was talking about earlier.
Does minoxidil really work? I have a video on that. Just search Dancy Bearded Minoxidil. After you watch, I'll let you come to a conclusion on that one. I have to wear a beard net for work. I'm about to grow it out. Any tips? I'm just going to have to start trimming. I'm about 5 inches long now.
So, like, is there a trim that would fit into a beard net better?
I don't know.
I think they're pretty expansive. They're going to be like pantyhose they're going to make it work. I wouldn't think there's anything you needed to do unless there's like something you just hated the way it looked.
Yeah, good feedback. Yeah, I don't know on that one. Do you guys think working in an aircon all day impacts dryness of beard? What's aircon?
I'm not sure.
Oh, air conditioning.
Air conditioning all day.
Actually, Jimbo, so I do have a video in the works on that, kind of twofold. If there is air directly blowing on the beard, yes. If it's just in the environment, no. So that's funny that you say that. I've actually been working on that. I don't think it's gonna be a very popular video, but that is interesting that you asked that. Does RDS Man hats ever come back in stock? You ever seen any?
This hat has been, I think I got like one of the last ones. It has been a while. We'll throw it at them. That we've gotten. I'll mention. Oui. Très bien.
Yeah.
Parlez-vous français? I'll shoot it out as a message to them.
There we go.
Hey, a couple of times we've had guys ask for my hat.
All right, so Aberlite, try the other ones. RDS, you got hats in. All right, happy with my trim. Usually the barber takes off too much. I agree. We got that one. Okay. You guys got any videos on beard butter without beeswax? Send me a message and I can hit you with some recommendations for different butters that are on the lighter side. We have ones like Whiskey and Hardtack. We have ones like Beard Octane. There are several out there that do not use beard wax. Okay. Let's see here. You guys are asking great questions again. We're going to have to cut and get to the advice in a second here. Should you reapply oil if you're going to reapply heat? Yes. Heat, okay. Couple of general rules. Number 1, oil after a shower, always. Number 2, oil before heat, always. No exceptions. I don't care who you are, what your beard is. Those are both best practice. All right, Ted. So yeah, Beard Octane. So I do get a little bit of that squeakiness, but Ted, I would say run your fingers through your beard. After Beard Octane, I have no problems about being able to run my fingers through my beard. Cut the next beard a little bit tad too high. What should I do? Start over? Brandon, that's common.
How fast do you grow? That's a big thing is because mine's kind of like in that spot too. But it comes back pretty quick. But
it depends how long your beard is. Your beard is short. If you went too high on my neckline, you got a problem. True. So I would say we need to see your beard. Please send in to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We will feature you next week, and we can give you that advice if you should trim down shorter to let it catch up or just let it go. We can't say unless we see it, man. Everyone is a little bit different there. So just keep that in mind. All right, how do you guys find a good barber? I actually have a video on that, Gavin, and then I know a pretty good spot to find a good barber.
Join our Facebook group, Commands Corner. We have coming up on 200 recommended, primarily in the U.S., but all over the world. There are recommendations of guys from our group that have used this barber and had a good experience. They submit to a form, and we post them, and it's like a pin map. It looks kind of fancy, and I think it's been put to use quite a bit now, and more. It's just one of our features we offer in that Commands Corner Facebook group.
Awesome. What are the benefits using beard butter at night? So butter is for deep nourishment. For me, if you're using it during the day, you're using it in the morning, it's gonna add a little bit of hold, a little bit of style, a little bit of, for lack of a better term, greasiness to it. And I don't like that feel during the day, but I don't care at night. So you're getting the same benefit. It's not like it's helping your beard more at night as compared to the day. But for me, it's just a preference on the way that it feels and the way that I use it. I've had multiple comments. Hey man, thank you, Craig. That's awesome. Do you see a new product to be added to beard product future community? No, nope. Hopefully not. I don't.
What would be it's always hard to figure out where's our need at that we, like the solid beard wash bar from like Whiskey and Hardtack is probably about as new of a product I've ever seen.
But that's not even a new product,
right?
Because it's been around for generations for women. So no, I think we're pretty well established. And who knows? You don't know until you know. But if there is something new, I would assume it's more on the gimmick side than practical. But nope, I don't know any inside track on anything. Do beard beads like Vikings damage your beard? Depends how you wear them. If you wear them properly and use them a little bit looser, no, actually, there's no problem there. But I'm just not a fan of them for me. Okay, got that one already. Hey, TR, thank you, man. Just want to say thanks for all these tips the last 10 months of the year. Even if I go reset in June, I don't think I'd ever have a beard as fresh. Hey, man, I hope you don't go full reset unless the reset means you're regrowing again. Then that's cool. No worries with that one. CB, I definitely do plan on doing a new flex stream. I want to do the same kind of stream and then have guys send in what products they're using, not brands, just are you using oil and balm, oil and butter, and then also what is your routine? Heat, no heat, heated brush, blow dryer. Then we can see like, oh, this dude uses a heated brush and it looks like this. This guy uses a blow dryer and it looks like this.
Or so that's the look I was going for, and that's where he was, and it's like me, I can get there.
Yep,
kind of thing.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So I'm good, Caleb. I'm gonna try. It's just I gotta sit down, and it's something that is kind of comprehensive to think about. I've had a lot. The main problem, Caleb, is a decent number of them are seasonal. And so they either were one and done or they're only out during certain seasons. So I'll see what I can do. I know that benefits everybody, so I appreciate you asking. I will try my best to get that in the near future.
This is Alex. The history of my beard. I'm 54 and never grew one before. I wasn't able to because of the job I was in. It was mustaches or nothing at all. I started growing the beard in December 2020 and had it trimmed on February 2021. It was never touched again until September of 21. I wanted to let it grow until I got sick of looking at it. That is when I found a local shop that does beards and decided it was time. I'm not yet comfy trimming myself. The only trimming I do is the mustache. I keep it out of my mouth. I usually wash every day. When I shower with a beard wash and wasn't when I shower with a beard wash and wasn't oiling during this time as much as I should have. I've changed my method of oiling after watching your videos. All products, oil, wash, balm, have been bought from Walmart. And I'm changing that very soon also. That's the history. What I'm looking for my beard. I would like to let it grow longer and fuller at the same time keeping the flyaways and curls on the side of the cheeks. Keeping away of those. At the same time keeping the flyaways and curls on the side of the cheek. From the history, I can't grow the sideburns that well. I'm not sure how full I will get on the sides. The mustache likes to curl at the ends, and I would like to keep it from curling. I just purchased the Chicago comb set 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8, and a beard straightener, and I will try on the sides and mustache to keep them from curling out. How often should the beard be trimmed if I wanted to let it grow longer and kept neat? Any tips? Advice on a style or criticism is welcomed.
Okay, so he's laying it out there and saying, giving the history, telling us some different things, and now he's saying, how often should the beard be trimmed if I want to grow it longer, and then also just general advice. Shout out to that one right there for us, my man.
And it sounds like he recognizes the value of the kind of small batch products and he's looking to get over there when he can.
Alex, man, fantastic beard. This is a very high level, purposeful, intentional beard. Great haircut and head hairstyle as well. You are doing great. So to answer your first question of how often should you trim your beard if you're trying to grow longer, my advice would trim it when you see a pretty noticeable transparency at the bottom. For me, that's every 3 to 5 months, depending on my current situation or mood or what I like. So I would say a couple of times a year, 2 to 3 times a year, you want to trim just the bottom, right? Just down here for that little transparency trim. I would recommend using some clippers on that bad boy and just going through the beard. But man, it looks fantastic. Oh, guys, Eric just came in. Eric, we covered yours already. Eric, yours was literally at the hour mark. So 1 hour into the stream, 10 o'clock Eastern. You can go back and check that one out specifically. So I would go over that. But Alex, other than that, I would not change a thing on your beard. I mean, I see over here, but you're going bigger. So you're going to want that as you go bigger. I would not touch a single thing, but I'm happy to answer that trim question that you had.
And all I want to throw in is you kind of obviously have a little bit of a self-conscious on the cheeks. I think it's more you got the salt and pepper beard, and just the pepper kind of when that goes gray, it's gonna give you a fuller look too. But for now, it looks, I think there's some shading, some tricks of the eye. It looks completely great to us, and enjoy it. It's gonna go gray all the way probably at some point, and it probably might be a more conformed look. But for now, you know what you're doing. This is everything you said is great. I do think you're right to now you've got this great beard. Start getting some of those good products and really kind of feeling the difference.
Enjoy it too, man. Yeah, as everybody's saying in the chat, you know what you're doing, man. It seems like you follow this channel and just good tips and advice. Looks fantastic. Yeah, dude, you're killing it. So keep it up and then trim. Once you start seeing those transparencies, and hey, man, if you feel like it's getting to a point where it's transparent, send it to the show and I will tell you, yeah, it's time to trim, or no, it's not. Because that is just a natural thing. I think guys get self-conscious about that. They're like, oh, my beard's thin at the bottom. Mine does too. Everybody's does. It just kind of happens. So yes. All right, man. Yeah, it looks awesome. Absolutely awesome.
And you didn't write a novel. That was fun. I like it. Information is valuable. We wouldn't put it on there if we didn't want to kind of just share that because people connect with that.
Perfect.
Too.
When he bought some from Norseman, that's going to be great for your gray hair. You got it, man. You're great.
This is Cameron. I'm having some issues with the sides of my beard. As you can see, I have 2 different colors of hair, but they are also 2 very different textures. The red hair on one side is a lot more thin and fine and it always wants to curl under and behind the blonde hair. I feel like I've tried about everything. The long beard was almost an accident. So until about 2 months ago, I'd be trimming the neckline, which I finally started letting grow. I'm assuming that will help. My questions are, should I trim the rest of my beard shorter, maybe like 3 to 4 inches off? Will I let the underbeard catch up? 2, generally speaking, I use thicker oil only as a balm butter. It seems to make the problem with the sides worse. Is this typical? I've tried using heat before, after the balm, or butter. Before and after the balm or butter and didn't notice a difference. I'm after quality, not quantity, so solution or temporary solution is to trim it back and start fresh. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all.
All right, awesome. And he is here. Cameron, thank you for being here. All right, so we're going to take a look at your pictures, and then we'll come back and address these questions because they are so specific. All right, and Cameron, hey, thanks, Cameron. Cameron was actually just on the Flex stream, the before and after. So, yeah, I really, really appreciate that. All right, so take this in. As we said in the Flex stream, man, beautiful color. Very unique, very, very awesome. And he's got the little bit of a dip on the chin. It was way worse on the before pictures as far as the Flex stream go. Okay, so question 1, should I trim the rest of the beard shorter while I let the under beard catch up? All right, so you definitely do see right here is where that beard is going to be the thickest, where it's at. And he's asking, should he trim this shorter while that catches up? Right, let me pause on that question. Let's come to the next question here. Generally speaking, I use a thicker oil only as a balm and butter. It seems to make the problem worse on the sides. Is that more typical? I've tried heat, and after the balm and butter, I didn't notice a difference. Either way is fine there. My advice is just keep experimenting. You feel like one way is better than the other for you, you're probably right. So, guys and gals in the chat, Cameron is saying that his underbeard is not as strong as the front-facing beard here, and should he trim to about 3 to 4 inches, which would be a straight line across here, or should he let it grow? Let us know in the chat. I want to see your guys' answer before we pipe in here for a second, because let's get the let's get the advice out there for what you guys think, okay? And Alex says, thank you for all the cool comments. I was going to a darker break. It's going to be like, oh, your picture was fine, man. We did not need, trust me, we did not need a different color background. You are good, okay? Get your routine pointing down without pushing in with the heat. Small, yeah, so that's my thing. So I don't see the underbeard as much, but I see more so of everything kind of pushing into that goatee region. I would love to see, and it just might not be possible. Maybe the underbeard is not there and you're pushing it in to compensate for that, to give some fullness. I would love to see if you were able to push that beard out a little bit, but my gut is telling me that you're not doing that for a reason, because of that reason there, okay? Don't trim it shorter, okay? No, okay? Grow, okay? Cut it. Let it grow. Don't trim. I say trim. Let it grow. That's a tough one. Very, very tough one, Joe. Okay, I wish I could grow a beard like that. Okay, I like it. Maybe just use heat and a brush to fill out the sides. Okay. All right, try a blowout first. Okay, the front-facing beard doesn't look thin front on. I wouldn't trim it back. Just let the underbeard grow. Maybe less heat. Yeah. But like I said, he does have that wicked dip, and he even told me, or he even said in the chat that it was not from a beard mask or anything. It was just natural. Trim, let it grow, blowout. Okay. My question is, will the underbeard catch up without a significant trim? No, never ever. That's not humanly possible. If you feel like, fantastic mustache, by the way, goodness gracious. If you feel like this part of your beard is stronger than your underbeard, it is literally impossible for that underbeard to grow faster and catch the bottom of that beard. If that part is stronger, it's likely going to keep going at a faster rate. So if that is your main question, the answer is no. But to pivot, the other question would be, do you think that there is a trim required? Do you think that you should have that required? Mayor, thoughts? And if you don't have an answer, don't tell them.
No, I do.
Okay.
It's a value.
I don't want to force one.
It's a value question, and from what you're showing me is like that you want that fuller beard. The hard answer is yeah. I think there's a line there that we lose some significant beard. I say that with the respect for how far along you are compared to even where I'm at. But if you're really looking to get that balance and full out here, I would suggest maybe a good 3 inch. I don't say that lightly, but bringing it up, you can kind of see there's a natural kind of split, and then let this come in. I would also just maybe, if you're using maybe a temperature a little bit lower on the heat as well, just to give it a little bit more body, that might help on the side. But again, if you like how it looks, you might go right from, oh, my beard's not full enough, to, oh, my beard's too short. And I don't want you to do that, because I don't want you to make that decision really quickly. But if you're asking the question, I'm going to say, yeah, if you really want to get fuller, you're going to have to come back in order for your underbeard to catch up.
Yeah. So I agree with the mayor. If you like this look, go with it, man. This is a very unique, very interesting, very awesome style. Now, let's see what Paul has to say here. Either bite the bullet with a massive trim or it's up to you, man. There's really no wrong or right answer here. It just depends what you want. So here's my thing. A lot of people are saying go with the blowout. I don't know if there's enough on the sides for a blowout. I don't know if there's enough right there. So you could try that. And again, it's just preference. It's so hard to say. For me, you guys know my preference. I like a really well-balanced volume beard. As you get longer, I like to go out a little bit more on the side. So I would try that blowout. If it's not there, if it thins it out too much, because think about it, guys, it's pretty common sense. If it's nice and thick right now and it's all pushed in together, if you spread that out and try to get that volume, it's naturally going to be thinner. Now the question is, do you have enough for it to not be too thin? If you do have enough, then just do the blowout. If not, your beard's gonna look amazing. If we get this line right here, it's pretty simple, right? The line is real simple. Where it's curving right here, you just continue that curve. that is going to be your line. That's where your beard's going to be at. It's going to be about here, 3 to 4 inches, which I think is what you said.
Off 3 to 4 off.
Yeah, 3 to 4 inches off,
Yep.
which is what I think that's about exactly what that's going to be. From right here, 1, 2, 3. It's about 3 to 4 inches, man. It's right in there. This is one of the tougher calls that I could
It's hard to say something like that. That's a lot of growth. That's a lot of time.
Personal. So I may go to the salon of the college I work at and let the students practice trimming till we get about 2 inches. Okay. Hey, keep us posted, man. Yeah, that's the fun thing about a beard is I don't want to be too lighthearted with it, but it does grow back. If you clearly can grow a beard. You clearly have some healthy genes there. So if you don't love the trim, it will grow back in a few months. So yeah, I think it looks good, man. You got options.
But you got a good question because we both, that's a toughie.
Yep, we did not take that lightly. We didn't jump into giving advice on purpose there. Detroit wash for me is more on the stripping side, but it's not a full-out stripping wash. But I do not use Detroit Grooming's wash on any kind of a regular basis. Really, I probably haven't used it in 6 months because it's not quite stripping, but it's not quite daily. I don't really have a spot for it in my rotation. And I love that company. That's my #1 butter, but I just don't use their wash much. Okay, questions. We're going to keep rolling here because we've been sprinkling in the questions, but we will take this one.
Question palooza.
Yeah. If I use beard butter with beeswax, do I need to wash out my beard and co-wash or with warm water? I do recommend washing your beard after using beeswax. You cannot get out beeswax with just warm water. Now, the question would be, can I just go about my routine with a little bit of residual beeswax? Yeah, you can.
It doesn't feel bad. It's a feel thing. And you're probably going to feel it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's a fun one, guys. Get ready. Get your drinks. Get your snacks. As we get ready for Rob's update, let us know what you guys have in beard tonight. What company, what scent, what product. Here we go.
I decided to take your advice and change how my beard looks. Here are a few new pictures of the look. Any further advice or comments would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for all the advice. I love the show. Keep up the good work. You are helping so many people, me included.
Awesome. And Rob, if you're in here, once the What's in Beard slows down a little bit, throw some comments out there. Hey, Ash, thank you for stopping in. Great stream earlier. So put your comments, guys, what's in beard right now, and then hopefully we get to see from Rob. I'm going to answer this, and then we're going to set up the Rob segment, and then we'll show the reveal. Burton's Beard Review says, hey, Dan, is there a difference between whipped butter and poured butter? Yes, there is. The main difference is the cooling method. A poured butter is poured from the liquid state into the container and just left to sit. A whipped butter is poured from the liquid state and literally whipped as it is cooling, which adds in air and gives it a little bit of fluffiness. And also, whipped butters usually go towards lighter ingredients, a little bit more on the oil ratio as compared to the butters. They usually stay away from hard butters like mango and kokum. And then the full-bodied butters usually have a little bit more robust ingredients and oftentimes have some wax. Whipped butters will never have wax in them. So it's just, yep, there's definitely some differences there. And one of the biggest differences, maybe the only difference that really matters, is whipped butter is extremely difficult to ship anytime it's warm. It will melt immediately. And the main problem, you will never get it back to that whipped-like state again. So a lot of companies are going away from whipped butters just because of those difficulties with shipping. Okay, so this is Rob. If you guys remember, Rob has been on twice.
Last 2 weeks in a row, yeah.
Last 2 weeks in a row. This marks week 3, and this kind of shows you what this show can do for your beard and your life. And I don't say that lightly either. If you guys remember, Rob had the beard that was
over-oiled.
Very clearly over-oiled. We gave that advice. He checked back in because we said we couldn't even give advice because
didn't have a picture of it.
We didn't know what it looked like without without having too much oil. He reported back last week, dialed the oil back, and we saw his real beard, his natural beard, and then we gave advice for him. And our kind of unanimous advice was let's go with a goatee version of a beard stash. So stubble on the side and a goatee. And we worked into that. That was like building off of each other. Hey, Nick, building off of each other. Mayor gave some advice. I said, hey, let's throw this one in. You guys said this. And we were kind of going back and forth on the advice there. So let's go ahead and take a look. We have 2 reveals from Rob H here. And we're super excited about this. We hope you guys are as well. Boom. So here is the before, here is the after, and we both like looked at this before the stream. The mayor posted in the Facebook group, there's a reveal we wanted you to see. I'm assuming this is the one you're talking about. Yep. And it truly looks like a different person to me. It really, really looks like a different person. Yeah, we've given Rob a makeover this month. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. It is so cool to see here. Completely changed everything. And there is a second view, so we'll take a look here on the second view. A different human, you guys. A different human. I am absolutely in love with this.
Hair's dialed in, like
yeah,
I love it.
Oh yeah. So thoughts, Mayor? What's your takeaway on this? And oh, look at Ellie. OMG, looks amazing.
It's just what's meant to be. That's how it feels to me, at least. We wanted more information. We didn't know what direction, and we didn't say he had to do this, but we're so glad that he did. He'll get a little stubble coming in, and it'll probably even make it pop a little bit, nicer.
Yeah.
But it's just night and day. There are no words. A picture's 1,000 words, and this is a case for that.
Look at that, you guys. The mustache is purposeful and dialed in. That stubble gives a little bit of color, and it actually gives his cheek, like his jaw, definition over here.
Right.
That gives a line. Dude, Rob, this was meant to be. I am so proud and so happy. And he said, you guys have any additional comments? I do have one. Oh, here he is. Thinking about waxing the mustache for styling. Give it a shot, dude. A little handlebar on this could look dapper as hell. So give it a shot. Rob, I do have a small request, a small recommendation for you. That would be simply taking the goatee version here, just a little bit shorter. I don't think it hit. Oh, were you doing it the whole time? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I went for it.
I would go a little bit shorter right here. See where this line is? And I think that's just going to round it off really nicely. It's going to get rid of the little bit of wispy transparency at the bottom. And I like that shape a little bit more.
If you want to, would you go a straight line or would you?
Nope. Yep. I would go rounded right here.
Because I like a little bit of yeah.
Agreed. I would go a little bit rounded right here, and you can do that with scissors, or you can do it with clippers. I would actually personally do it with clippers. I would go in, and I think it's easier to freestyle a line with clippers, but scissors, you just got to go little cuts, not big line ones, just little. Use the end of the scissors and just go through really, really nicely. And then if we see it on the side here, this spot where it jets out right there, that's going to be your line, man. Pretty simple, just right there. Just round it off, and that's just going to clean it up just a little bit. But
love it, look.
Dude, different person right there, man. Different person. I absolutely love it, man. Absolutely love it. This is what your face was meant. Look at the mustache, guys. How cool is that? Like, I just want to sit here and see this one. It brightens up your face. Yep, absolutely, man. Truly killed it.
And we were both talking about how this whole show, this whole culture has developed to a point where we're helping people like this, and we know that there's confidence in your look, and I hope you feel that, because if you don't, go back and read the chat of all the positivity and all the comments. But like, so glad we could help you out. Just, I'll leave it at that.
Yep, and the haircut and the hairstyling all go in this together. Like, I feel like this should be on like a mainstream TV channel. Like, I really feel that strongly about it. Your cheeks are 1,000 times better right now. So much better. It fits your shape. Oh, dude, we're super happy. Thank you for trying that.
Enjoy that, all the things that are going to come, the positivity that's going to come your way because you sent in and because you listened to what we had to say. I hope it's already something you're noticing.
Look at the texture of the beard, right? His beard here, you can see the over oil. The texture's dialed in. I'm sure you can feel that difference. Oh my, I love it, man. Absolutely love it. So cool. I'm gonna have to post that later. All right,
this is JC. I've been growing my beard for about 4 months now, and after starting a new career that allows facial hair, I've trimmed slightly a few times over the course of those months, but now I'm all in on it. I found your videos a while ago, and you've helped me a lot with the questions I had. My biggest issue now is shaping my beard. When I brush out the hairs underneath my chin, away from my neck. It makes me look like a deranged bearded man. Another issue is my goatee area. The hairs there want to point towards the middle of my chin, so everything looks abstract. Attach some photos as you requested that to further help my beard dilemma. I work in a corporate world, so now, and I need to look professional, but I want it big.
Okay. So professional, but big, going for it here. All right. And Jay actually sent in pictures and then sent in a better one to address his problems. When I brush the hairs under my chin, away from my neck, it makes me look like a drain. So he feels like this area right here is bothering him some and is just kind of looking for general advice. And Rob says, thank you all for the advice. No, thank you, man. Seriously, thank you. And Jay, I know you were in here earlier, so if you could put a comment up, anything you want to say, or just say hi so we can highlight you here. First off, great beard. Secondly, Mayor, what about these little guys right here? And here's a key thing to frame this, is he wants to be corporate, but he is going bigger. So you got to change your frame, because for you, you maintain, right? You maintain that look. For someone that's going bigger, do you have, and this is really well said by Ken, because you don't go through the awkward phase because you keep your beard the way you want it.
Oh, I would say I have had that same issue. I've gone longer.
But let me pause.
Okay.
But your solution
is to
go back.
And that's not an option.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So what, with you feeling that, with him going through this, and especially now with the different tools and experiences, as he's going bigger, is there something he can do right now without cutting it to control this?
Well, I noticed I know you said you're brushing away from your neck.
Yep.
And a simple, first of all, our solution is going to be styling and not trimming, because of, just what we were talking about.
Eric with an A said, can't go bigger if you trim it.
So it's maybe for a while, as you are growing out, just embrace that wrapping and let it wrap until it can't wrap anymore.
And I was just going to say, do you think this is still at a point where he can still bring it to his face?
Absolutely.
I agree entirely.
I think it's just going to be a matter of, in our heads, if you're going big beard, I get it. Brush out, get that thickness.
Start training the direction, right? That's what we think of and we hear.
But in the meantime, maybe it's not your favorite style, but if you don't like that look, and I get what you're saying, I think it looks fine personally, but we're always harder on ourselves. Just brush it up against, tuck it in, let it go until it thickens up, and until you cannot do it anymore.
Yep, I agree 100%. I still think you are in the wrapping to your face range, and then when it's too much, you will know, right? We've seen those ones where the beard is too bunched underneath. You're not there yet. You actually have, I think, a month or two at least of still going to your face, right? I would say your beard normally is a month or two ahead of that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, typically. And right now you're closer towards it, but still ahead by at least a couple weeks. So Jay, I would say exactly like the Mayor, if you're going bigger, we're not trimming, right? So just keep wrapping to the face right now. And then somebody brought up something, and I wonder on the Mayor's thoughts, and I'll kind of give my thoughts too. Somebody said maybe clean up underneath the ear. And that was my first thought, was over here. But my hesitation is with going bigger, I don't want to take that off right now. And mainly because I don't think that looks bad.
No, it doesn't.
I don't see that, and I'm not like, oh man, that's really sticking out.
And it might be functional later.
It
might not. But it might be.
What he said.
A little bit like halfway, give you a little support.
Yep.
But now, like maybe not as long as the rest of your beard, but it might give you that fuller look. If I think you mentioned shaping. You want to leave as much hair as you can on your face when it comes to shaping and getting support, because it's not always about how it looks, but how they play together underneath too.
Yes, I agree entirely. I don't think it looks bad, and I don't know if you will need it in the future or not. You might not. You have dark hair, so you might need to keep it just out of necessity, so you don't have to maintain it every day. But I agree with the Mayor, and this is a full-out heated brush candidate for at least 4 to 6 more months. At least. That will
help with the wrapping once it gets a little longer, and you get a little even more into the awkward phase. That heated brush is going to be an option to kind of bring that back in.
And even after that, it can be an option for your mustache and your sideburns like me to kind of keep it corporate, because I do have a big beard, but I would say that mine is pretty corporate, right? We can have the superintendent walk by and I'm not going to feel like, oh, I'm going to hide my beard. Like I feel like it's really well done. And yeah, you are getting to the point when we do great comment, G-Funk, where we do want to start thinking about that neckline. As your beard is going down, we want to start lowering the neckline. Right now, I think you can continue to maintain your neckline because nothing's covering it and you do want to remain corporate. We don't want a neck beard. So keep doing what you're doing, but let's start thinking about it as we go through. All right, let me pop back. Was that our last one or do we have? Okay, so that is our last one, but I do want to pop back to Eric real quick because he has a question and he is with us live right now. So we gave the comments to Eric, and if you remember, we pretty much said, "Don't do anything, Eric. You got to be able to, you got to be able to ride it through right now." But he is asking, I don't mean to hijack the convo. You're good, but looking back, do you think I could use a heated brush? What's your gut thoughts on this one? Because I'm torn.
You know, the thing about straightening your hair is it can thin it out.
Yeah.
If you're really concerned with the sides, then yes, a heated brush would help you here because you grow great right here. And if you're looking to get that length here, but I would say almost 95% that you're not going to be happy if you try to put it on the sides because it's just going to straighten and thin until you thicken up eventually. But underneath, you know, that heat might give you a little bit more versatility.
And your mustache, 100%, that heated brush would help out. Is it something that's going to make a huge difference on your beard and worth the investment? I don't know. I would say, Eric, it probably depends on your financial situation.
Yeah.
If you have expendable funds and it's not a big deal for you to spend,
or this is your hobby, then you know, like this is your thing.
If you don't have an issue spending $50 to $100 and it's like nothing to you, do it, man. Try it. Absolutely. But if it's a purchase that you're going to really kind of like, oh, I don't know if I should. You don't need, there's nothing to me that's like screaming at me like, yes, you need to do this. I could see either way. It could work, but maybe it's not as much. Because I don't know if I could
talk her into it, yeah.
Then don't.
Right now.
Exactly. We know the value of when you bring that conversation up, it's not there yet, right? It's not there. It's like when we make plans, it's like, hey, 2 weeks from now, you want to go to B-Dubs? You don't bring it up right now. You wait until
the moment that she wants to go to do that. And it's a bundle. That's a compromise. And you know what?
Yeah. I'm gonna head to B-Dubs then on Friday, if you don't mind.
Oh, that sounds great.
They're so much more likely to that. So when she's like, honey, I'm thinking about getting that new purse. Yeah, baby, you know what? Treat yourself.
And the truth is that they have like 15 to every one of our tricks that they use on us, and we just don't even realize they're playing us too.
Yep, absolutely. So guys, that is going to wrap it up here.
Good show.
What a show. Holy cannoli, crappy-oli. That was awesome. That Rob won. We got Eric coming in. Just awesome beards. Gray beards, shorter beards, long beards, unique color beards. Man, that is super cool. And yeah, and a lot of wives get into it, especially when they see the value of it. So the wife question, yep, that's a whole game.
It's a dance.
Yes.
Never, you might have an answer, but it might change tomorrow, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh, that's a good angle right here. I told my fiance I needed one for a wedding. Done. What's another $85 in a wedding fund? That's like, oh, sure, go ahead.
Be able to register for beard products.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
Yeah.
I forgot about like wedding registries and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so long ago. All right, we just give money when we do wedding stuff. All right.
That's what everybody really wants.
So, some salt, some Sat Great Beards. Of course there were some Sat Great Beards, for sure.
We got you, Brian. We're just...
Guys, we need people to send in next week. This week worked out perfect. We actually like to end around 10:30, and this just kept rolling, but you guys had too many good questions for us to stop, which we appreciate. Hopefully you guys appreciate. Man, it's one last one here, guys, because this is my man Moose. Would hydration supplements that hydrate you faster require less water? I don't know. I don't know anything about hydration supplements. I have no idea.
The only thing I've ever done is that liquid IV.
Yeah.
Just help. The question would be, I don't know. As far as would it go all the way to the beard effectiveness, I don't know. I know it helps me feel like if I feel like dehydrated, it helps me to feel hydrated, like feel better faster. Yeah. But that's the next level.
Yeah, that one's out of my pay grade.
Question.
Right. I'm sure I could look into it, but I think it's a pretty unique situation for someone that hikes from Canada to Mexico. He did that.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know, man. My gut tells me if you're taking something that's increasing your hydration, that it would benefit the beard. But I don't know. That's just the gut talking there. He said Liquid IV is exactly the one I'm talking about.
Now I can't find it. I can't find the lemon lime for a decent price. It's like one of those
Is it one of
of
things?
those supply chain things that's kind of hard right now. It's like 20% more.
So much of that stuff. So much of that stuff. Awesome. Hey, next week, guys, please send in. We need entries. The show can't happen without you guys. We need updates. We want to follow. Look at how cool that experience was with Rob. Rob, we need one more week out of you. Get that little whoop whoop. Give us another week right on there. Eric, give us an update once you get a haircut. Anybody, shoot us an update out there. Mayor, one more time, how do they get involved on this show to be in front of, by the time this is done, thousands of people to help out? What do they do?
Your first step towards a better beard is that sending in a photo, front, back, side, whatever you're asking us about, with a goal if you want to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Rob took that first step, and look where it's gone in a couple of weeks. Like, I can't say it might take from where you're watching this, it might take a little courage or a little moment, but if you're going through the cycle, if you're one of those cycle guys or a first-time beard guy, send in. It's not gonna hurt. We're not gonna be mean. We're not mean people. I'm not, we're gonna be real, but we're also gonna be supportive, and we're gonna get you wherever we think is best for you.
Absolutely. I think Rob is a perfect example of that. He went through a complete beard transformation, and we found what really is his style, what really is his look. And I don't think anybody had a negative word to say, because we know it's a journey. We know it's about finding what's right for you and figuring that out. We promise it will be a positive experience for you. Give it a shot. Thank you so much. Said, man, can we say how the quality of the stream has changed so much in a great, wonderful way? Thank you. There are tons and tons and tons of hidden hours that people don't see. Literally in the last couple of days, hours and hours doing one specific aspect of changing the audio. We work really hard at this, guys, and don't ever show it. Don't ever get to hear about that stuff. But it means a lot to us. We want to have the best pleasant experience for you guys. We want you to watch as long as you can. We want you to be proud to bring people into this show. So thank you for that, because that does make a big, big difference. The pics, Wayne, it's in that email scrolling right down below right here. And it's also, guys, is in the description of the video. So afterwards, if you forgot it, you can hop back in. beardadvicelive@gmail.com.
Just attach the pics. Yep.
Exactly. Just simply
and if
attach
you forget
them.
or not sure how to do it, we'll let you know we don't have everything we need yet.
What should I wear to Thanksgiving gathering? Pants and a shirt, preferably.
I got a turkey sweater.
There you go. That's a good call. I would wear like
a hand turkey.
A Lions t-shirt. I'm kind of a t-shirt guy, so
I went full dad for a while. I don't know if I'll go back. But it's like a ugly Christmas sweater. It's an ugly Thanksgiving sweater.
Any ideas for 12 days? I'm not trying to think about 12 days of Beardsmas yet. That's my most tiring time of the year. We actually brainstormed, we're like, what if there's a different approach? But no, I'm going to get there. I'm going to love every second of it. It's always a big 2 weeks for the channel. We get a huge boost, but it is very few people can understand what it's like to film, and I can't even batch film. It's literally impossible because I have to
announce.
I got to announce different things, so I have to every day get the updates. But hey, I am ready for it. It's going to be fun. I love history, and I love beard stuff, and I love giveaways, and I love new subscribers. So it's always worth it. It's just a marathon. Oh, and by the way, I still keep up my normal schedule, which is ferocious anyway. So, hey, shout out to you guys. I am looking forward to winter break and hopefully some bonus streams in there, because I don't believe we're going anywhere this year. I think Sam's actually gonna have surgery, so we're gonna have some extra time. And if I got extra time, I like to hang out with you guys. So we'll be making that happen. All right. Guys, we're going to get out of here later than we expected, but this was an awesome show. Thank you so much. If you're proud of this show, share it with somebody. Let them know that we'll be here next week. Have them check out this one, and can't wait to see who enters next week. Mayor, final thoughts?
Have a great week. I'll see you next week.
All right. Bye, guys.